YouTube? It's your boy Ziggy Doom, man. Uh, Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all that good stuff. I don't celebrate holidays, but a lot of people do. So when I say Merry Christmas and all that, I'm saying that for y'all people. Out of respect for y'all beliefs and practices, I don't celebrate it though. Um, this podcast, I got my son with me, Doom Doom. It's okay, you can talk, Doom. They're not really good on the camera. They don't really know what to do. So if he's a little stiff and not loosened up, it's fine. So what I'm gonna talk about is y'all know I did a movie shoot, and it was a couple days ago. Well, I think about a week ago, and I have been sick as a dog. um I've been coughing. I have been like so under the weather. I'm still under the weather, but also know that I got to put the content out there for you guys, because y'all support my channel, so I got to support y'all. So I've been sick as a dog though, man, and it's hard because I wanted to do a short, but I didn't feel it, man. I was under the weather, and I apologize in advance. I'll get the shorts out to y'all when I can, but just bear with me. We're gonna talk about a couple things. Now with the movie, first of all, I wanna give a shout out to the casting people and my boy Gus, because he's the one that put me on to it or whatever. And after doing it, I do have a newfound respect for actors and crew and the cast, all those elements that make a movie. I have a newfound respect for it. The experience was unique. It was something that I wasn't sure about if I wanted to do or not, but at the same time, it's also like a once in a lifetime thing. So I didn't want to pass that up. And it's one of those deals where, hey, nobody I grew up with was ever in a movie, so it'd be kind of cool, coming from where I come from, to be able to do those things that we're normally not known to be able to do. So the food was good. They fed us lunch, and the lunch was very good. It was like professionally catered or something. I don't know, but it was good.
Food's always good.
Food always good. The people were very nice. The actors, the director, Darren Grant was a director. He does a lot of music videos, but sometimes you get people that when they achieve a certain status in life, like they make a certain amount of money or they have a certain notoriety with their name, they tend to think that they're better than other people, so they look down on people. But it wasn't none of that with this crew. Everyone was respectful to everybody. Everyone, appreciate everybody. And the main actor even walked up to us and said, "You guys, we can't make this movie without you guys. So 2 thumbs up." So those were all the good things about it. Now I got to get into the bad things about it and why I am more than likely never going to do another movie shoot.
Never.
So we the dress we had to do the dress and get dressed. That was at like 6:00 in the morning. It was cold. It was extremely cold. So that was one bad thing. And we had to get dressed at 6. So we get dressed. We had to wait for the safety people to come and tell us all the safety things, right? Like if something happens here, if you feel dizzy, whatever, let us know. And they took a couple of pictures of us or whatever, and everybody individually and in certain groups. And then we went to the set. So, and I've never done this before. Apparently everybody else, well, it was another guy also that had never done this before. Me and him, we didn't know what we would do. We didn't know what to expect. So, but I was, I was enthused. I was optimistic. I was like, okay, this is gonna be cool. We get to the set, and we basically we're waiting for scenes that need us to be in them. And when you make a movie, there's a lot of scenes, and those scenes have a lot of takes, right? Like you don't do a scene on the first take. The director say, "And action." You do the scene, and excuse me. You don't do the scene, and the director says action. You do it, and that's it. That's not how that works. You do about 5 takes at least. So between the times where we were required to be on stage for the film, the downtime, it was kind of rough, and not because the environment because it was cold, but they told us don't bring your camera for obvious reasons. I mean, not your camera, your phone for obvious reasons. But everyone had their phone except me, so I didn't know that. I was like, oh man, I should have brought my freaking phone, and so I was waiting, just kind of twiddling my thumb. I didn't have a book to read, didn't have my phone to scroll through. So the first scene I was in required it was two people, and one person was drinking like a out of a thermos, like a little coffee thermos or whatever, and the other person was smoking. Now they have prop cigarettes. These cigarettes they're not they don't have nicotine in them, right? They have a rose petal, marshmallow. It's a prop cigarette. It's common among the industry. So for me, I was like, okay, well, I've never smoked before. I don't smoke. Let me take this opportunity to smoke a non-nicotine cigarette for this scene. Now, the guy that I was with, he was very reluctant when they said we need one of y'all to smoke. He kind of looked at the cigarettes, and was like, yeah, I don't smoke. And I was like, yeah, I don't smoke either, but I'll do it for the scene. And this is what I didn't know. Even though those prop cigarettes don't have nicotine in them, they still have tar. So they last about 3 minutes. Like, you light it and it's gone. So when you do a scene with a cigarette, you have to light the cigarette, smoke it, smoke it, and till the scene is over with, whatever. Well, we had to do reshoots of these scenes. So my first scene, I had to like pretty much chain smoke these cigarettes, like constantly, every scene, light another cigarette, light another cigarette. So after all my scenes, I ended up smoking at least 50 cigarettes. 50, right? Now the day was also very long. The director is the guy on a set. He's the guy, he or she. So they stop. You stop when they stop. Now the actors are union. I wasn't a union, but we had the same. We followed the same rules and guidelines as the union, which makes sense. So, but the director can go pretty much however long they want. If you have a director that's a tyrant, he'll go all night. But there's a time frame, right? And there's a budget, and you want to keep within that. Sometimes it doesn't happen, but you do it when you can. We was on that set for 17 hours, and it was cold, but I do appreciate the experience. But afterwards, now, about the tar and the cigarettes, y'all, I didn't know this, and I found out later on after the fact. That tar in them cigarettes, man, I was smoking. I wasn't inhaling. I was just kind of putting it in my mouth, blowing it out, but I still got some like tar or something on my lungs, and I have been coughing uncontrollably for like 5 days, like really bad. And I swear, I don't understand how people smoke cigarettes. I don't know how y'all do it, but them fake cigarettes that I chain smoked told me up. I will never. I mean, I'll probably never do a movie shoot again because of the challenges and hurdles. But I'm definitely not doing a cigarette scene in a movie. Like, forget that. So I do appreciate the opportunity that was given to me, and I took advantage of it. But overall, I think that's just a world that's probably not for me. I'm good with my skits, my little whatever's on YouTube, but full-fledged movies, oh no. I can't do that. So now, Doom.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think about Aquaman, the new Aquaman?
It was pretty good. I wouldn't really put it anywhere near like one of my top superhero movies, because things like Endgame, Infinity War, stuff like that still exists.
Yeah.
So I don't think anything can get close to that. But the movie itself, I mean, this is kind of becoming the case with a lot of movies, I think. But after like you watch the trailer, you
Mhm.
pretty much already have like a decent idea of what's going to happen. And I feel like just like the moment after I'd seen the trailer, I pretty much knew everything already. So when I gotten in, what I expected was what happened. So I wasn't really surprised in any scenes too, like I wasn't too engaged. I actually kind of got a little tired, but that might just be because I didn't sleep.
Mhm.
But the Aquaman and everything, like he already has been like portrayed kind of as like a joke within the DC universe. I feel like in a lot of iterations, there's pretty much just
Like
always
the,
talking about
the
him.
the comic relief,
Yeah,
like the
like of the
Flash.
yeah, and I feel like they've really like played into that whole aspect of him, and I like it, but I mean, just personally, because I've seen Marvel like way before DC, so I'm more like familiar with those characters and everything.
The MCU versus the DCEU.
Yeah, I don't hate them both, but uh, anyway, like with Thor and Ragnarok and his movies, like he's always the comic relief joke guy and everything, and I kind of dislike it a little bit because uh, just the references. Some of them I could get, others feel like something I'd have to like watch something else to understand and everything. And I feel it's a little too jokey for me because, like, I mean, Loki was funny, or not Loki, freaking Thor,
Loki.
Thor, Thor Ragnarok was funny and everything, but it still had, or it played well into the character and the story and everything. With uh, Aquaman, I feel like they kind of just had every joke like every once in a while just to like kind of keep our attention uh, within the movie and everything. Like it was a little too random at times. Like you just keep like bickering and saying like this or that every once in a while, and it's it got old really fast within the movie. So I kind of didn't really enjoy it after a while. But you know, the ending's fine. The little after credits was fun. The it was
Spoiler free.
oh spoiler free.
Mm.
I'd recommend it if you like Aquaman or DC or anything. It's definitely still like within the first Aquaman. If you like that one, I think you'd like this one, but it just wasn't for me. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10.
So we went. Yeah, I'm sorry. This cough is just killing me.
Water.
Water ain't gonna help my cough.
Hmm.
So we went on Christmas. We went to go see the new Aquaman movie, and it's actually the last movie in the DC universe before James Gunn's reboot.
Hmm.
And I have like zero faith in this reboot because I think with Zack Snyder and with the main Justice League, I think they could have reinvigorated that universe, the franchise, and did something with it. Because when you had Superman come to talk to Black Adam, that was like a really big one, and that gave me hope. It's like who can be Superman other than Henry Henry Cavill? I don't think nobody else could be him. Who could be Batman other than Ben Affleck? Now, to be fair, there have been a lot of decent iterations of Batman. Okay, a lot, but I think the Ben Affleck version just hits perfectly inside the DCU. And some people had legal troubles, right? The Flash, Amber Heard, I get all that, but for them to just completely reboot it, I think people get caught up, and I don't like this. That's why I tell people go watch the movie yourself. Don't be looking online at these big YouTube channel reviews because they always seem to follow a narrative. Like if they want to make a movie bomb, they'll get on that, oh, this movie sucks train, and then people will believe it.
And it also kind of like it's kind of hard to listen to critics like at times because I feel like there's certain aspects that can be like just like factual and then it's just their personal opinion.
Right.
Like you're never gonna know unless you actually like see it or
Yeah.
do it or experience or
And
whatever.
So
I
that's
don't know
the
how you're
thing.
gonna feel.
Like I
Unless you
don't
do.
even know how you can be a professional critic. You're giving an opinion of a movie based on your personal preference, and I get it. You know, there's like lighting issues and continuity and plot holes and all that stuff. But when you go into a movie, you should already know what to expect. So Aquaman, I knew it was going to be a little bit over the top. I knew it was going to be have some inconsistencies because they did 1,000,001 reshoots. So I knew it was going to have some of those. I knew some of the jokes were not going to hit. So when I went in with those expectations, I wasn't disappointed when they happened. I didn't think this Aquaman would somehow save the DCU. I didn't think that Jason Momoa was finna somehow make 2.3 billion or whatever for Warner Brothers. So I went in and I enjoyed it. I mean, it obviously had a lot of plot holes, inconsistencies, and all that stuff. The CGI was okay. I think the CGI was cool. I didn't really see much like, well, okay, when they there's a certain scene, spoiler free. There's a certain scene in there that Aquaman and his brother they're doing something, and it just okay. I can say this because they're pushing this big statue out of the way. You remember that scene when that crickets was coming?
Yeah.
So they got this scene. The crickets coming on this big old. I mean, this statue is big, and they just both of them just push it off the cliff. That looked. I was like, yeah, that's a reach. Mm-hmm. But once again, I went in knowing that it wasn't, going to be a perfect movie. And then you got movies like Oppenheimer where everyone's praising and everyone's like, this is the best thing since sliced bread. And I watched it. I was like, it's cool. I mean, it's not a bad movie, but I'm not finna call it a timeless classic or something. Interstellar is better than Oppenheimer to me. So all you people, I recommend before you listen to the critics and get online to these YouTube channels, because some of these people be getting it wrong, and they got a big platform. They have like millions of subscribers, so people gonna listen to them. I think you should watch it for yourself, form your own opinion, and then go watch these critics. And that's what I did. And I was just like, well, one of them got it right. And because what he does is he talks about the movie, what happened in the movie, and then he gives his opinion. And then you got another channel, they just crapped on the movie from the beginning. And you look through the comments and you can see like all these people following that narrative, like, yeah, you're right, yeah. And I don't understand that. Like people just don't know how to think for themselves. They just follow, hey, if I say a comment that this channel likes, maybe the channel owner will give me a like and I'll see his little icon by my comment. I don't know. That's just, I think it's a disservice. Go watch the movie yourself, man, for real. Now, the holidays, one of the things about the holidays is family. Now, I don't celebrate holidays, but I do value family. There's nothing more important to me than my family. There's no friend on this earth. There's no coworker. There's no lover, I guess, I don't know, that I value more than my family. And when I speak on my family, I'm referring to me and my children. Now, we can't pick our families. We can't, right? Nobody can pick their family. But however, if you grow up with your family, you form a strong bond with them. You can like relate and have a decent relationship. And that's one thing I always try to preach with my family is take care of your family. It's enough. I got enough children. I got enough of y'all. So just take care of your families. If your brother need help, your sister need help, help them out. You may not agree with their beliefs, but if it's your sister or your brother, mom or dad, help them out. Now I tell all my children, I say, you know what, always help take care of your mothers. I tell them all that. Like when their mothers get old and gray and whatever, I tell my children, always help your mothers out or whatever. And that's just because I feel when you're born, you're getting nurtured to where you can do it yourself. Well, as you get older, you get to a point where you can't take care of yourself. So if you've done right by your children, let me say that again, if you've done right by your children and you get old to the point where you can't take care of yourself, then your children shouldn't have any problem doing it. And I told my kids, y'all put me in a nursing home, y'all ain't getting nothing. Ain't nothing in my will for y'all. So one of these jokers gonna take care of me. I don't know which one, but you know, but family is important, and that's what we're not flashy. Are we flashy? Would you consider us flashy and like let's buy expensive things and show the world?
No, not show the world.
Yeah,
At least I feel like we always purchase things with purpose.
right. We're not we don't attach value. We don't attach our personal value to an item, right? So I'm not gonna buy this $400 shirt and wear it and walk around and tell everybody, look, I got a $400 shirt, and that somehow adds value to me. No, I shop at Walmart. I already have value, and I don't care about that stuff. And that's what I distill in my children. Like the things you buy don't mean they don't give you value. Now, if you don't have any value on your own and you need these things to give you value, then there's a that's a whole nother problem. But we don't we're some humble, grounded people. And that's what we've always been. We don't do a lot of shopping. We don't do a lot of, you know, I call them the Sinister Six. You know what a Sinister Six is?
I think it was from. I know it's.
No,
Oh, out of the family.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be me, Malaysia, Junior, Zalin, Tiasha, Zeke.
Yeah, the Sinister Six. They like a cluster. They tend to do things together, and I mean, like with any family, there's always a conflict or maybe a rivalry or whatever. But they enjoy spending time with each other versus spending money or like uh going out to places to show off to people or whatever. We good. We can sit in the front room and watch a movie and be happy because we together. Remember when we had them lights? We the lights went out in which house was it?
Was it the one in Artesia?
Yeah. And Junior was in y'all was all in one room together?
Yeah. Weren't you was it you or Junior?
It was what?
The one like who was like knocking on the door and everything.
Me.
Dude,
Yeah.
we were in his room. We were all in there together, like because once the lights went out, everyone was like, all right, we coming together, form a mass. We were in his room. We were all in there. I think some of the one of the computers was working. Either me, Malaysia, one of us. We were playing on it. In one corner, there was Junior and Zalin. I think were on the phone, on their phones or whatever, or there was some kind of electronic. And then Tiasha was in the no, I think Malaysia was actually in the closet. I think Tiasha was on the laptop. Junior and Zalin were on the bed. Zeke was just laying in front of the bed, and I was right next to the door and everything. So right there, when we had like made all of our spaces known and everything, we heard the banging, and we all started freaking out. We were like, "Bro, who broke in? And I swear, I think the door was open and everything, and I think you had like a blanket over you or something.
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
and you'd like crawl over, and then you shut the door, and we'd be like, "Bro."
Yeah, I was scaring them basically, pretending like we lost power to lights. But we do things like that for fun. We don't need to go like shopping and doing all this extra stuff because we're comfortable with us. We don't care what people say. We don't try to impress people. We don't need to walk outside and have 10 people say, "Oh, you look nice. Oh, you look great. Oh, you're awesome." I never needed that. I got like swagger, I guess. I've never needed that. And I try to distill that in my children because one thing I know is no matter what you do, there's always gonna be somebody that don't like it. Always. You could do everything perfect, but there will always be somebody that don't like it. So why even waste time trying to impress people? So we don't do that. Take us as we are, and we're confident and I'm comfortable in my own skin. I've never had to put on a show to sell myself to the world, dress up all nice, take a good picture, put it on social media. That's another thing I want to talk about. Now, I get it, right? No one wants to go on social media and air out their dirty laundry, right? Like, you got women that get beat on by their boyfriends, and they will take a picture of them and their boyfriend just hugged up with all his makeup on, hugged up, to convince the world that everything's great. That's just selling it. Like, why do people want the world to accept them in a certain light? Like, why do you want the world to think you are a great parent, or you are a great person, or you are just flawless?
Instead of just doing that or
Just-
trying to be that.
Just be who you are, right? Like, be who you are, because your character and your personality should match. But your personality is who you are when people see you, and your character is who you are when people don't see you. So if you out in public nice and clean and fresh to death and smiling and polite and happy, but then behind closed doors you don't care about nothing. You just indifferent, just mouthing off, complaining, yada yada. Then you're not being real. You're not being real to yourself, and you're fooling people in the world, and that's something I don't agree with. But it happens. It happens way too much. Now I get it. No one wants to go on social media to air out their dirty laundry, but when you are doing more to sell your life as the greatest thing in the world, and everybody's happy and everything's perfect, nah. So when I see people, especially people that I know in real life. I see somebody I know in real life. When I see their social media and they like the world's greatest parent, they so happy, they all dress nice and doing this and that for the holidays. I just chuckle a little bit on the inside, because I know this is all a show. This is all a front, And you can ask my children; they know me more than anybody else. Do I change when this camera go off?
No. Not even.
Does anything about me change when I turn this camera on?
No, you are the exact same person on this camera and off.
And because I'm comfortable in my own skin, I don't care what people say or think about me, because it doesn't matter. I can walk outside with the raggliest clothes on and get just about as much attention as with the most freshly dressed. So I need y'all to maybe, when we posting these pictures on social media, like we got the happiest relationship, even though it's our 9th or 10th relationship, our 9th or 10th girlfriend, 9th or 10th boyfriend, and now it don't work out, we break up, now we got to go through our social media and delete all the pictures because we got a new boyfriend or new girlfriend, so I got to delete all these pictures. Like, why? Why delete them? You was with these people, it was a point in your life, keep it on there. Keep it on there. So, I don't know. Just be real with yourself, man. Like, you got to look at yourself. Everybody has to look at themselves in the mirror, right? So just try to be real with yourself, man. My life ain't perfect. I'm not the world's greatest father. I got all my flaws. I'm missed out on a lot of things, activities with my children in their youth. And, time is one thing you can't get back. But I've asked all of them and say, has there ever been a time where you needed me and I wasn't there? No matter how many kids I got, no matter what state or country they in, has it ever been a time where you said, Dad, I need you, and I said, I can't do nothing for you? So, but that's what matters to me, family. I don't care about all the superficial stuff, because I know when I look in the mirror, I'm like, I'm awesome. Not perfect, not perfect, but I'm awesome. And I can be by myself and be happy. I don't need company to be happy or have solace. I got enough things going on in my personal life to keep me occupied. But I am under the weather, and it's bad. So, but y'all heading back?
Yeah, we should be, if Zalin allows us to, like.
Y'all gonna have to take the truck because everybody going.
Oh yeah.
I would recommend y'all pack a little early so nobody forget nothing.
Yeah, I'm about to, like, right when we're done and everything.
Wrapping up the podcast. You do one of these days. I'm gonna go live with these podcasts. Right now, I don't have it all down. The science and the analytics behind it down yet, but I'm gonna do it one of these days. I go live on TikTok from time to time, and I just got my mics. I don't know if y'all can tell. The sound should be better. I got my my little mics, and I have my headphones. So now I can go on when I go on TikTok live and I go on TikTok live and these people be wanting to chat with me, I can actually hear them. So they won't just get on my chat, be talking, then get off my chat. So now I'm kind of getting with the times. I'm not really a social person, so it's kind of I'm still trying to get used to this interacting socially with people. But that's part of this. That's part of the whole social media platform. You have to engage with your audience, and as your audience grows, you have to grow with them. You can't stay stagnant. So, but I mean, we'll get there. And like I do with all my videos, man. Everybody that's subscribed to me, I really appreciate y'all. In my real life, I I don't. There's not many people I talk to unless I have to. So like I'm just not social because I don't trust people, and I didn't really grow up with that trusting thing instilled in me because I was disappointed and let down a lot. So for me to spark a conversation with somebody out the blue, that's probably not gonna happen. Now, when I was on this set, the guy that was doing the scene with me, it just so happens he's a small film director. And we talked and he explained some things to me and I got a lot of insight. He does Christian films and he got like this little small like skit thing he does with Vietnam vets or whatever. But I picked his brain and we talked and chit chatted. He went to my channel, saw some of my stuff, and I'm not a small film director, but I do understand some of the ins and outs of it, and I do want to make a movie next year. But what hinders me is people, right? Like I don't want to ask anybody, hey, do you want to star in my film? Because they might want to get paid for it, which is reasonable, that's respectable, but they also have to show up, right? Like you have to show up and do the film. So, and I just don't have that many reliable adult friends in my life to where I can go to them. Hey, you can do this. Can you do that? So once again, that's a hindrance for me. So I always usually end up doing things by myself because everybody got a reason they can't do something. I can't save money to pay for something, but I'll go buy this $300 belt. I can't save money to buy me some books or something, but I'll go buy this $900 pad set. So I don't know people. I don't understand people. So and my channel growing, y'all. I really do appreciate it because, like I said, in real life, when I talk to people, they most of them be confused. They be like, "What is this guy talking about?" Because once again, you have to be an open-minded person to understand a lot of things I say. And a lot of people I talk to not really open-minded. They just set in their ways and their beliefs. So if you're setting your ways and your beliefs, there's no way somebody can talk to you and give you insight or enlightenment on other things. Now, my son is fidgeting, so I know he's like, let's wrap this up, Dad. Let's wrap this up. But that's it, YouTube, man. Just wanted to touch base with y'all on that. I don't know if I'm gonna do any more videos for the end of this year. I'm still under the weather, and New Year's is coming up. I don't celebrate holidays, but it is one of those big holidays. So I don't know if I'm gonna do anything for that. I got to go to Borger, Texas next week. I got to go up there to take care of some business. I'm always going places, man. Have you ever heard of a place called Borger, Texas?
No.
I
thought you were gonna say Burger King.
I thought it was Burger, but it's Borger, Texas. I got to go there next week and take care of some business out there. 3.5 hours from Artesia, I think. I think it's south. It's northeast of Amarillo. So I definitely got to go up there. But I don't know. I probably maybe not. I might do one more song, but I won't. It won't upload till next year anyway. So if I don't hear from y'all before New Year's, I will say happy Happy holidays. Try to do better every day than the day you did before. Try to leave the world better than you found it. Treat people with respect. You know, value everyone's opinion. Don't think you are your opinion and your belief is the one and all. Don't do that. And I teach my children that. Like respect people. You don't have to support it, right? But you have to respect it because everyone is entitled to their opinion. Don't be judging people. No one can judge nobody. No one. You can give your opinion, but you cannot judge anybody. You cannot say, "Oh well, he's been with a lot of women, so he's probably a womanizer." What? She steals stuff from the store, so she's a grand larcenist. So give opinions, not judgments. Do others the way you want to be treated. Family is important. Try to leave the world better than you found it. And until the next video.
Be easy.
Oh, finally, man, somebody got it.